And this is the part I want the youngsters out there to pay attention to, especially the ones who are in the streets doing their thing, thinking that everything is fine, but tell us how you felt when the judge told you your time, and not only your time, but your sentence of death.
It was a tough blow. I was sitting there, I knew I was going to be getting sentenced. I knew I had just got found guilty of multiple murders with special circumstances. Um, I knew that something was wrong with what happened to me, but
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
I knew there was something wrong with what happened to me. However, the criminal justice system's wheel just kept on turning. So when that judge said to me something to the effect of, uh, I hereby now sentence you to death, um, you are to be remanded to the hands of the warden at San Quentin State Prison. You know, that was a tough blow. It hurt. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I mean, there's so many ways to go with this, but I'm just gonna be real because this is for the youngsters out there. This is for anybody, who who um who's really paying attention. It hurt. We can talk about being mad. We can talk about being frustrated. We can talk about being angry. But that hurt me for my family behind me sitting in there to hear a judge tell me that they're planning to kill me. They want to kill me. They want to strap me down to a table, uh, inject my veins with poison until my heart stops. That hurt because no matter what, I knew I didn't deserve that. I knew I didn't deserve that. I wasn't important enough for these people to help me growing up when I needed help. But now I've become important when it comes down to them planning to murder me. That hurt.
Thank you for sharing that. Oh, man, what all right, so what's going on mentally? How do you mentally deal with the fact that, not only will you be spending time behind bars, but you're eventually going to, be put to death? Like when everything's said and done, the hurts out there, you're sitting in your cell. Did it hit you right away? Did it take you some time to adjust? Talk to us about, maybe the first, time that you sat in your cell and what was going on.
Well, we could talk about the first time I sat in my cell, and I write about that. Just on the travel there, I was contemplating what death row would look like, and when I got there and I sat in that cell, they had me in a special cell. I guess it was like a suicide watch type cell because I just had got there. It's a little concrete box with double doors in there, one bar door and one solid steel door, and they come check on you. Throughout the day and night. You don't know what time it is. You can't see no clock on the wall. Can't nobody hear you. You're just inside of this solid concrete box, and it's designed to deprive. I didn't understand it. But I tell you this, that was not as bad as sitting in my cell one day and receiving this dinner tray. And I wondered why we were getting fed so good this night. And I asked the old man next door, like, hey, what, why are they feeding us like this? They feed us different than other buildings. He said to me, you don't know what's going on? I said, no. He said, they're killing somebody tonight. This was after being there maybe about 5 months. Um, that's when it really set in to me that um, this is real. What the judge said is real, and I just moved one step closer to that chamber, that death chamber. And I sat up all night wondering, what is this man thinking? What is this man feeling? And I couldn't grasp it. But the one thing that I realized at that moment, that the situation was real, and these people really wanted to kill me.
Now, talk about the laws back then, because as of now, from what I understand, the death penalty in California has been abolished. It has been, it's not a thing anymore. Is that correct, or am I not correct in saying that?
Well, that's not correct.
Okay.
So, and it's no big thing, to not know. The thing is, there's what's called a moratorium, a de facto moratorium. There was a de facto moratorium, meaning, that it had been on pause up until 2006 was the last state-sponsored murder. I call it state-sponsored murder. People call it executions, but this is the I call it a murder because the state has, as they charged us with premeditation.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
It's with premeditation that they sit you there, and their plan is to murder you, and they do it. So the laws back then, because of so much dysfunction with that, and what I mean by that, poor lighting, poor record keeping, they wasn't keeping the drugs properly. They couldn't tell if there was pain associated with, the searching for the veins and all that. Because of all these things, a small room, things like that, the state and federal court had a hand in dismantling death row. So that's what caused the de facto moratorium in 2006. What you see today is the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, he came into office and he ordered them to dismantle it, physically dismantle the chamber. So everybody thinks that Gavin Newsom shut the death penalty down, but he hasn't. Cases are still going through the court system. And if they were ever successful at doing what the federal court and the state court ordered them to do, which I doubt if they would be able to, another governor can get it back started again. And they got about 40 people right now who have exhausted their appeals, and they will be up for execution.